Welcome back to Room 202. I'm Roman Bolin, and today we are without Corbin because he's in Dallas, Texas right now, living it up. So we will have him next week for episode 9, but I decided I wasn't going to make you guys wait another week. And there's someone who's been begging and begging and begging nonstop to come on. So everybody, she's a 21st century woman, a little songbird, the bringer of my existence, my mother, Ingrid
When you're
Bolin.
bored and have nothing to do, come on down to 202.
Really excited to be on your show.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So just for the viewers at home, I've been harassed nonstop by her to come on. And I kept saying, I already talked too much. It's not the Roman show. The apartment is gross. But because Corbin was gone, I decided maybe this was an opportunity to appease her begging. We're just sitting in my bedroom doing this today. So, you know what I just realized? I don't have a story typed up. I didn't think of that. So, do you have a story you want to tell the listeners?
So many stories.
All right, pick one and let us hear it.
Okay. So, I up and moved to Japan when I was in my 30s. I lived there for 2 years and 2 months and came home. Actually, I was in my late 20s, early 30s. It was before you were born.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny?
Yes.
I used to tell people that I was born on the plane coming back to America from Japan.
Why?
Because I wanted to be Japanese.
Oh, that's sad. You wouldn't want to be Japanese.
I know, I'm too big.
Well, okay.
So on the last podcast I talked about Japan a little bit and you guys, but I think I might have gotten some facts wrong. Do you know what the average height of people in Japan is?
Not now. I mean, I was taller than most of the men, and I'm 5'6.5". They considered me to be
Well, you were
Godzilla. So
yeah.
I don't think that I was a big gal there.
Gotcha. So it's you and Dad.
Yeah.
You were married, right?
Yes.
So I know that you just say like what made you do it and what did you do when you were there for a job?
Okay, so I had finished graduate school and I was working in Seattle, and Dad was a practicing audiologist, and we were bored. And so I talked to this woman who taught English in Japan, and she was like, "Oh, it's just great, a great experience." And so I coerced Dad into doing this. We flew to San Francisco for an interview. They hired us on the spot. We sold all of our belongings. Our parents thought we were crazy, and we moved. Sight unseen, knowing no one.
Hell yeah. So, do you have any like crazy stories of note that you want to share?
Yeah, there was one. I used to just pick up money on the side by doing one-on-one like private English lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And I met this guy, and he was so in love with this American woman. She had already gone back to the States, and he was miserable. I didn't know him very well, but I knew him, I felt bad for him. So he wanted to practice his English so that he could go to America and win her back. And so he said, let's go out, let's go have a drink, and I'll practice my English. And I said, okay. So we're walking in Osaka, and he takes me through this parking garage, and I kid you not.
Red flag.
Yeah. Shortcut.
Yeah.
So we're walking through this parking garage, and on either side of me were rows of Rolls Royces. And I'd never seen a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
But I was like, whoa. And they were all black. And they all had the Rolls Royce symbol coming off the hood. And I was like, this is unbelievable. The wealth that I'm just walking through. So I'm freaking out, but I'm trying not to show it, because to him it was like no big deal. Then we go down this tiny little alley, and I don't see a door, but apparently there's a door there. He knocks on what looks like a wall, and a little window opens, just like the movies. And this guy's face comes in. I see his eyes move to me, and then move back to the guy I'm with, and move to me. They say something in Japanese. He shuts the window, and they let me in. So we go in, and it's smoky.
I
And
can't believe you went in.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know what I was thinking. So
Were you packing heat?
no, I think I was so freaked out at what a cool experience it was that I just went along with it just to see what was going to happen next. So we got in there, and nobody was really talking. It was like low tones. And I sit down at this little table, and everyone stops and looks at me and then looks back to the table. They just went, oh, okay. White
American
woman.
lady, yeah.
So then I look into the guy's face and I say, where are we? And he said, I can't talk about it. And I went, okay. So we ate all this amazing food. I got a little drunk.
Oh.
And we left.
Wow. And did you end up teaching him in English at all, or were you guys just there to party?
Oh, no, we talked the whole time.
Oh, okay.
His English wasn't that bad. And that was it. That was one of the weird experiences I had there, I have to say. And
no kidding.
To this day, I wonder if it was Yakuza.
Oh, it has. I mean,
I don't know, all that money.
Did you see anyone in there that seemed like it was?
They all looked a little shady.
Okay.
Because they were dressed like Westerners. You know, they didn't look like the
Japanese
typical
people.
Japanese suits and stuff. They had like silk suits and nice shoes and jewelry and stuff. So I was like, wow, this is a world I don't see every day.
Right. So, but you actually did see confirmed 100%. You did see Yakuza while you were there.
Yeah, because we were there during the earthquake, and so.
What earthquake was this?
In Kobe. It just demolished that whole town and all the railways and stuff. Well, the Japanese mafia gave so much money to help rebuild that city. So every now and then you'd see them. But
yeah,
you just try not to stare because they will not be trifled with.
For real.
And if they're missing a pinky, then you know it's
that they already messed up, yeah.
No, that they're confirmed.
I thought that if they lost a pinky, it's because they did something in like, to dishonor.
Oh, that I'm not sure of. I would always just look for a missing pinky.
Something dishonor. So, so I already know some of these. What was your favorite part about that culture? The next part's really a good question.
Well, my favorite part was, okay, I'm going to get deep on you here. I had no familiar distractions. Like you do every day in your life here. You're familiar with everything, so you can go about your life pretty checked out. Yeah. But there, nothing was familiar. No one was familiar, so I had to get really introspective. Right. And I ended up learning meditation and I ate simpler things and I lived a simpler life, and it really slowed me down.
That's nice.
So yeah.
That's nice. What was your least favorite part?
The ramen vomit and all the stray cats. Okay.
Did you ever befriend a stray cat?
I tried. They're so awful to their cats there. Yeah. They just let them, they don't treat them very nice. And so they basically live on ramen vomit.
Didn't you have a cat in Japan with you?
I brought my cat, Pierre, from America. She traveled with us there. Well, she came separate. We got there first and got in an apartment. And then I paid, she was shipped over. Aww. She lived there. And when we moved back to the States, our landlord paid for her carrier and her airfare. Oh. Because she would often lay in front of his window and show her butt to him.
How sweet.
Yeah.
So, there's one part I want you to talk about. The vending machines.
Oh, God. Okay, I want to do it here, though.
Huh?
I want to do their vending machine concept here. We could make bank.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we could.
Yo. You don't think there's perverts here?
No, there are, but I think
this is my
people
plan.
Are a lot more shy about it.
That's why you do it behind a porn shop or something.
Ugh.
So here's the plan. You buy an old cigarette machine.
Can you explain what it is?
Yes. First, there were vending machines where perverts could walk up and buy used panties. You put money in and you read a little bio on whose underpants you're getting, and then you get their little panties.
So, do you think that they were actually really used, or were they? It's just a pair of panties?
I can't imagine that they were really used. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just seems like marketing.
I mean, I feel like a good business model would just throw in some stains in there so that
Hear
you
me
thought it
out.
was real.
Hear me out. We go to thrift stores.
Okay.
We just buy a spattering of underpants. Some of them, cute. Some of them huge.
I don't think that you're gonna find any cute ones at the thrift store.
Okay, then we may have to actually go to the Walmarts and get some thongs.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: we write up a little fake bio.
Mhm.
We put it in a little box, like a Band-Aid box size.
Okay.
We shove the underpants in there.
Okay.
$10 a pair.
So,
perverts will come. Trust me.
all right. One thing is, how are you gonna advertise that to people if it's behind the shop?
Because word of mouth.
Oh, okay. Okay. Word of mouth. Are you gonna accompany pictures, or are you just gonna be like, hey,
Oh, yeah,
can I
yeah,
take
no.
a picture?
No, what you could do is just take innocent victims off the internet and put their faces on, and then write up little stupid bios.
You know what we could do is we could just put pictures of my enemies.
Well, yeah, we could do that.
I got plenty of them, Ingrid.
Well, but you can make the picture where it's not really clear, so you're not 100% sure who it is. But
Yeah.
you could have her like, I'm 5'3.5".
Yeah.
I weigh.
It comes with a little
280.
audio CD.
No, then it would have to be like $30.
My name is Shantice.
Oh, it comes with a thumb drive. So there's a little thumb drive inside the
Ooh,
panties.
that's good.
And the thumb drive has the written bio.
But what about homeless people who are just trying to get a good sniff in?
Well, they better panhandle to pay for my underpants and thumb drive.
No. They don't have a computer.
Go to the library.
Oh, God.
I don't care about them. That's not my problem. I'm just trying to run a decent business.
Ingrid, you don't understand. I think that most of your clientele will be homeless people.
No, they're creepy little perverts.
You know, after a while, I wonder.
Or behind strip clubs.
Mhm.
Behind strip clubs.
Sometimes I wonder if, like, it will turn into, like, a Pokemon thing. Oh, do you have the Rebecca?
Oh my God.
That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. But they can't have
You're walking under the bridge and you see all these homeless people, like.
No, those aren't my clientele. My clientele are legislators. I'm just kidding.
Oh. Butch Otter.
No. Oh.
Oh wait, I can't say that, can I?
No, let's not talk politics.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't say that because you work for the.
Okay, we.
The
Shh. Shh.
She's a lunch lady.
I'm a lunch lady at a local school.
Okay. So let's talk about. This next one on the list I want to talk about, but I don't really want to talk about. Let's talk about it. Okay. So in 2008, you were laid off.
Yes.
And as the story goes, you were trying to buy this little market that's kind of in the north end that's been there forever, and the lady who owned it died.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't secure that, and it got turned into a hot yoga studio for some reason.
Which is hotly depressing.
Yeah. So then you were trying to get some other land out by in the boondocks, in the desert area.
Harris Ranch.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't exactly remember how it came around, but one day you said that you were buying a food truck.
True story.
And you had to go through the Russian mob.
I did.
To buy your food truck. And then I named it, because you said it was a burger place. I named it Burgerlicious.
Yeah.
You got the whole paint detail, everything done for it, and you ran this business for a short while. So before we get into the demise of Burgerlicious, why don't we talk about, I guess kind of demise, the rebirth, I guess. Let's talk about, what was your favorite part about owning a food truck?
Nothing.
You didn't like it?
It was brutal. It was a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Physical, emotional, mental. You had to hustle. I think the cool part, though, was I learned an entire new industry and a whole subculture of our city.
Right.
That people don't realize is a subculture of our city, but it is.
And I feel like even in the time since you've not had the food truck, it's become even more popular.
Mm-hmm.
When me and Jake and Seth, shout out to the last episode, were in Moab, they had a whole park just full of food trucks.
Yeah.
The food was awful because it was funded by the city, but
Gross. Okay.
yeah.
Well, our food truck scene here in Boise is getting really good.
Is the guy you sold it to selling it?
Yeah, he's selling it.
Is it still going to be the same?
He wants to sell it as Burgerlicious to continue
the legacy,
the legend.
Really. I gotta say, in all 19 years of my life, best burgers I have ever had in my life were the burgers you made in that food truck.
Oh.
The best burgers I've ever had, and I think Jake would agree.
Mr. West?
Mr. West, who also worked in that food. So here's the thing. Me and Jake were 13 when you got the food truck. And me and him worked in it. And, when you're 13, you shouldn't have a job because you're awful and you don't care about anyone but yourself.
I don't know. Jake was a hustler. He could make garlic fries.
You know what? He's not even American.
Well, he has a good Syrian work ethic. That's all I have to say.
I think I've just been kind of pampered my whole life, and it's your fault that I got lazy.
Mama's little baby.
Yeah.
You're not lazy, are you?
I can be lazy.
Everybody can be.
Well,
you just don't like to work for me.
No, I don't have a problem working for you.
Oh, well.
I don't know what it was. I was 13. I didn't, you know what I mean?
So was Jake, and he was amazing.
Yeah, but you were my mom. What were you gonna do? Fire me?
I did, I think.
You didn't.
Oh.
Did you fire me?
I don't think so. I think you quit. You just didn't want it anymore.
I was just tired of it. I was like, I want to go out and play. I don't want to be.
I know, but.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, money though.
Yeah, you did. So did I.
I mean, I had my moments though.
Yeah, you did.
I made some mean garlic fries.
Yeah.
I took good orders. I couldn't do the change. Still can't do the change.
You were a cashier.
I know. The machine told me how to do it.
That's the easiest thing. You could learn it in 10 minutes. I could teach you how to count.
It's the same thing. Here's the thing. It's the same thing with traditional clocks, right?
I can't with you.
This is gonna be laughable, but I can't read a traditional clock with the hands and everything. People have been trying to teach me for years, and it's not that I'm incapable of learning how to read a clock. I just don't care. What purpose does it serve this day and age?
Okay, but hear me out. If you opened up your mind and took a 5-minute tutorial with me, you could do 2 things. Count change back and tell time on a traditional clock.
The change one, I can see why I would need to know that.
Yeah, what if there was a malfunction or you hit the wrong key? You could go, help! I can't do the maths.
Oh. I don't sound anything like that.
I think
and how dare you?
Okay.
But
help.
The change, I should learn that. I mean, I know what each quarter is.
Okay.
What each
This
thing
is not interesting, but I will teach you how to count change.
No, I'll tell you one thing.
Don't tell you what's
You don't tell me what's interesting on my podcast.
Okay, I'll be good. I promise.
This isn't interesting. We're moving on.
Okay.
So I want to talk about family.
What about it?
You have grown up in a majority of boys, right?
Yes.
You had 4 brothers, no sister.
Yes.
Your dad, obviously, and your dad and your mom. But, like, your dad, 4 boys.
I don't have any female cousins.
No female cousins. You gave birth to 2 boys. You're married to a boy.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, how do you think that that's played a role in even in just your day-to-day life?
I don't know any better, right?
Mm.
But when I do visit my best friend, Cheryl,
Mm-hmm.
she will look at me as I'm doing something and go, my God, you are man-like.
The Gatorade.
The Gatorade story. Perfect example. Because I don't even know what I'm doing.
Uh-huh. So here's the thing. So my mom's best friend from childhood married my dad's best friend from childhood. Other than my dad's twin brother, but we're not gonna. Anyways. And then they had kids. So then, once I don't know. A few years ago, we started to get together every now and again.
They live in Colorado.
They live in Colorado, so we went to Colorado for vacation to visit them one summer, and we went up to this place called Breckenridge, and it's basically like a ski resort, but during the summer when there's no snow, it's just like a bunch of like.
It's like a roller coaster. Or something.
Yeah, kind of like roller coaster thing, and so I went, and my mom's like, "Go buy us some Gatorade." So I went and I bought
one.
Well, it's because they were like. It was $40 for 3.
Oh my god!
It was $40 for 3 Gatorades, and you gave me like $20. I was like, no. So I bought one, and I said, let's just all share it. And then the other family that we were with, they bought one as well, I think. And within the 5 seconds that it was with our family, it was gone. It was chugged. Fights almost broke out because someone was taking more than their share. And
we downed it within like probably less than 30 seconds.
Yeah. And the family we were with was like not even knowing what they were going to do with it when they got on the ride because it was so full.
Well, they're both girls.
Yeah.
Cheryl's a girl, and Scott, her husband, was raised only around women.
So like the antithesis of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're like taking a sip and gently handing it to
Yeah.
one another in a gentle way, and we're like, my turn!
Yeah. I'm thirsty!
Stop hogging it! I didn't even notice, because that's how it is.
So, what do you think you've learned about men as a result? Because I think that
when I get into conversations with people who are not as seasoned as I am about men, I think I get disappointed that they don't see
that sounded wrong, but okay.
Oh, gross. I get disappointed that they don't see how multidimensional men are. Because being raised around boys, I've seen them cry, I've seen them have hurt feelings, I've seen them angry, all of the same emotions that women have. And men, I think, are very deep, caring, loving people.
Just as much as
females.
Right.
But when you get around women who haven't been around a lot of men, I think they really just look at them as a one-dimensional turd sucking.
Mm-hmm. Well, I gotta say that
man haters is what I'm trying to say.
Well, what I can't say that I've ever really had like I want to be careful what I say here. I find that I have a harder time in liking or being around a girl who's only known women their entire life.
Yeah,
because they know what it's like to be a woman, obviously, but they don't have that experience of like their view of men maybe is like so two-dimensional.
Yeah.
I
struggle with that too, though.
For example, the last girl to which I was romantically involved only had sisters, and she's crazy.
Nothing like a hasty generalization there, Roman.
Well, I don't care.
Oh!
It's my podcast. I'll generalize what I please.
But I also feel a little odd when I'm around a girly girl. Because,
Yeah. And, yeah.
It's boring,
to tell you the truth, all of my female friends have brothers. You know what I mean?
That's telling.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. But on the same hand, actually, that's not true. I was going to say there are people, but they're raised by boys. Anyways, we'll move on from that. I've probably angered some people. We will get some rocks in our window for this. So, what's your favorite part about your brothers? You can go one by one.
Well, they were also different.
Right.
That, but we were all so funny.
Yeah.
Lots of laughing, lots of joking around, lots of irreverent humor and shock humor. A lot of that. I could do without the farting and all that, but
Oh, please. You know, can I out you right now?
I don't care.
Okay. She complains about farting every time it happens, but she does it just as much as anyone else, and she has no shame.
Okay, sir, I beg to differ. Have I ever leapt in a ballet move in front of a fan, tore one off, and then giggled and scurried away out of the room? I have never done that. If I expel gas, it's just that. I don't have to do a concert around it. I've never sat on anyone and ripped ass.
Okay, but
come on.
To be fair, how many times have I or Kevin done that?
Kevin did it just the other day.
Oh, I don't know.
He did a ballet move.
Well, it's him and the little cretin, Dre.
The Gibbon.
The Gibbon
farts on me daily.
No, it's like the other day. This is a funny story. I think it was yesterday. No, it was the day before yesterday. Doesn't matter. We were all It was me and Dad and Dre. We're all beating the shit out of each other, and I tackled Dad onto the bed, and I was punching him in the shoulder, and as I'm doing it, I look up and I see Dre's pulling his pants down and has his ass right on Dad's head, and Dad doesn't notice, and so I was like, don't find out before he does it, and so I'm not saying anything, and I'm just punching Dad, and then it's.
And you all thought that was funny.
Yeah.
See,
even Dad, who was the victim, thought it was pretty funny.
Oh God.
He does that thing, where he blows air out of his nose and his mouth and shakes his head.
Yeah. Yes.
He does that when he smells cigarette smoke on the street.
Yeah.
He makes a scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not gonna kill you to just have a little secondhand smoke.
Yeah, and he doesn't even care if the smoker sees the scene.
That's what's embarrassing.
He's like, oh.
Oh my God, you're topping out our audio levels with that. No, you're fine. I like it. That's to the humor. Where are we at on time, man? Oh my God, we're not even halfway through.
That's good. I have plenty.
Okay, sweet. All right. Calm down.
I've waited for this moment.
So, do you want to do Florida Man, or do you want to do, or do you want to wait on that?
I don't mind.
Okay, let's start getting into the stuff that's not so personal, just fun.
Yes.
Okay, so,
I want you to tell me 3 things I don't know about you.
Okay, you can do the same.
Okay.
3.
And what's that little game we play where you can't get in trouble? Remember when you were little?
Oh yeah.
We'd have the truth.
I don't know that there's anything, because you live with me for so long. I feel like you know everything about me.
I'll start.
Okay.
And tell me if you know this about me.
Okay.
I love miniatures.
I knew that, the little.
Yeah, anything miniature.
I like that too.
I get a little fixated.
Yeah, I think I knew that, but not until we really defined it, I guess.
Okay. I want to like certain foods, but I can't.
Okay.
I want to enjoy a bowl of soup as a meal, but I can't.
Yeah, me too. Oh, clam chowder is different, but.
Yeah, but then I want something with the clam chowder, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. You can't just have
roll.
it as a meal. Yeah, that makes sense.
But people who sit down and go, I had a nice cup of soup for lunch, I don't get it.
I'm like, what are you, a bird?
It just doesn't seem like food.
Yeah.
But I want to feel that way. I would like to think soup is food. Okay, so did you know that about me?
I didn't know that about you.
Okay. Your turn.
3 things, you said 2.
What are you going to do?
Okay, so, I don't like alcohol. Believe it or not.
Really? The taste? You just want to get through it to get a buzz or something?
No, not even that. Because the buzz, at the end of the day, is not worth it to me. And I like a casual beer. Just chilling with Jake, and watching YouTube and sipping on a beer. That's enjoyable to me. But drinking to get drunk, I don't like it. I think it's awful. I think it's the worst thing in the world, and I don't know. I understand that that's popular in my age group, and I'm sure it'll happen again in my lifetime. But
maybe not.
But the taste of, this is how I feel, right? The taste of hard alcohol, the most bearable one is whiskey for me, and that still tastes like donkey piss. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And the only reason why people, in my opinion, maybe not like girly drinks like a gin and tonic, but I think the only reason why people drink hard alcohol is to get a buzz on. In beer, it takes so much effort to get that buzz out of beer, and the hangover is even worse than hard alcohol, in my opinion. I just don't like alcohol. It's not my
Okay.
thing. I don't know. That's.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. That's not a very good one.
That is too.
Let me think of one more. I don't know. You probably know this, but I want to be a cowboy.
No, God, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Like, okay, the romantic idea of a cowboy, like
That.
a guitar around a campfire.
Yeah.
and
Not a
then
realistic
a
cowboy.
distant mooing.
Yes, that's what I want. Yeah.
Okay, so that's not a cowboy.
What is that?
That's a movie cowboy.
I want to be a movie cowboy. I want to rock trains.
Okay.
I just love the West, the desert, the music.
And the culture.
And the cult. Oh my God!
Sorry.
I'm not even gonna explain that.
No,
one.
that was an inside joke.
Okay. So, but I don't know.
That's fascinating.
Obviously I like all music, but I just really wish I was a movie cowboy.
All right, fair enough.
All right, that's two. I don't know. I don't know if I have another one.
Okay, I have an aversion
Mhm.
to small talk and talking on the phone. I hate it. Hate it. Hate it. It's torture.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
If you want to call me, just call me with the reason you called and then say bye.
Well, actually, we get into pet peeves after.
Oh, God.
So
I don't think we have enough time.
No, we'll get it. Hold on one sec.
I think it's
Hold
Kathy.
on one sec. Kathy,
Kathy!
we're recording a podcast.
It's Catherine and the Gibbon.
Hey, I'm Kathy.
Hey, it's the Gibbon.
This
So
is
glad
my
you
brother
showed up.
and his girlfriend.
Hey. Want some? Ryan, do you want some?
Some ice?
No, green tea.
Oh yeah, I'll have some. Thank you.
The person
good.
in front of us paid for that.
Really? Someone paid it forward today?
Yeah.
It was
That's
like,
so sweet.
oh wait, podcast is still
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
guess what?
This is
What?
fun.
We didn't pay for the person behind us.
Okay, so the person
Losers.
in front of the people in front of us paid for them, so then they paid for us. And then the person was like, don't pay for them because it's double the price. And I was like, bye.
Aww. Next time.
Next time.
Yeah, later.
Oh, Bogey.
Later.
Now we got Bogey in here.
Oh, God,
Bye,
the dog now.
Bye,
Bye,
Pop.
Romy. Bye.
Everybody, that
Bye.
was Catherine, my brother's girlfriend, and the Gibbon himself, Dre Bolin.
What a delightful.
I'd like to get him on the podcast sometime. I don't know
Oh,
if he'd
that-
enjoy it, but
Oh,
he said he wanted to.
maybe not the whole hour. I bet you he would do some, though.
Yeah.
He's
Just-
hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
The Gibbon. What would we do without the
Real
Gibbon?
quick, I just want to I'm going to put this in post. I'm going to take a quick video of our surroundings here. Hold on.
I didn't even bathe today.
Well, wait, you just outed yourself.
Well, they're going to know by one look.
Okay, I won't show you then.
Okay, I'll turn
I
my
just want
back.
to show Bogey.
Okay. Bogey.
So this is who just joined our podcast. Do you have anything to say? His eyes are all red.
He's frozen. He doesn't know what's going on. Poor Bogey.
Poor Bogues.
Lay down.
Lay down. All right, so let's get into. Now I want to get into pet peeves because I have some.
Oh, I have so many.
I think also I have some pet peeves that are generational almost, like maybe things that you aren't familiar with because of
All
age
right.
difference. So, I know Corbin says we do this a lot, but I love it. I love it more than any other game we play on this show. Florida Man is the best thing I think that we've come up with for this show as far as games, quote unquote games. Shut up, computer.
I have
So
to agree because I listen to a lot of almost all of your podcasts,
right.
and
So in the spirit of having my mom on today, we're not going to do a Florida man, but a Florida woman.
oh, thank you.
So,
They're crazier, I'm guessing.
well, yeah, I feel like they're less crazier because of the ones we've talked about before.
Oh God, what's that?
So this woman burnt down a 3,500-year-old tree in Florida, And before I let you read it, Ingrid, I want you to guess why she did it.
Oh God, it smack talked her.
Yeah, it looks like she's been having conversations with the tree for a while. No. She lit a fire so that she could see her meth. Because it was dark out.
Oh.
As you do.
Yeah, like a meth light.
Right. And then, bye-bye tree. It was the 5th oldest tree in the United States.
Yeah, well, my God.
In Florida, of all places. I want to ask you, because we say it with every guest, what do you think happened to Florida?
I don't know. It's if it's weird, it happened in Florida. Gibbon, you guys are too loud.
So,
okay, back to the meth light.
Florida woman? Yeah, crazy. I want to read. It was 118 feet tall.
Aww.
Boogie, no tic tacs on the floor. That's all anyone can hear right now. Go. Stinker.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
Because
3,500 years old.
better light a fire so I can light my fire.
You know what I'm saying? So I can get high.
So I can get my meth on.
I don't know why they talk like that. I don't know what a Florida person talks like that.
Southern.
I think it's...
They do.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
I think that Florida... when we had Amar on, he said that he thinks it's probably Cuba and stuff like that.
Don't blame Cuba for all the freaks in Florida.
No, it's the Cubans.
That woman's not even Cuban.
No, but...
She's white
She's
trash.
probably alive when the missile crisis happened.
Okay, that's all.
That's all.
I don't agree with what's his name.
No, he didn't say Cuba. I said that.
Oh.
I don't even know what... I don't remember exactly what he said, but he made a good point. We received a tip through our crime line on January 17th. Tree nicknamed the Senator is a historic landmark. It was donated to Seminole County by Senator M.O. Overstreet in 1927 and was dedicated by Calvin Coolidge as a National Historic Landmark 2 years later.
God.
And this dum-dum burnt it down for her meth.
Does she have any hair? I mean,
I can't tell. It looks like...
Oh, it's a ponytail.
Okay. It looks like cornrows almost.
Okay, well, it's greasy blonde cornrows.
Yeah, this lady's just garbage.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you?
The Senator. Where are we on time? Where are we on time? So, pet peeves.
Oh God, so many.
You wanna go into it?
Okay. My pet peeves: when people are smoking and they just drop their butt. They don't stamp it out and pick up the butt and throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
They just let it smolder on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, when they throw it out their moving car window.
You see the ash rolling down the street?
Yeah,
I don't like that either.
that bothers me.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Small talk.
Yeah,
We don't have to talk, you know.
Yeah,
we can just sit
exactly.
here.
Exactly.
If you don't have anything to say but something stupid, you can just sit here quietly. That's great.
Man, I have some good ones.
Interrupters.
That was... Wow, comedian. My God. Interrupters. All right. The one that came to my head when we first said pet peeves. I have a lot of them. I might be a little bit of a sexist here because I feel like a lot of my pet peeves, my examples derive from women.
Well, that's creepy. Continue.
But not creepy. But let me elaborate. I have a story for you, Ingrid. Short story. I'm going to a function, and I'm walking in, and there's a group of friends who are friends with, who are work friends with a friend of mine. And they all walk into this party. There's about, I'll say 5 of them. It's 3 girls, 4 girls and a gay guy.
Okay.
Just to paint the picture here.
Sounds like a joke, right?
I know, right?
You walk into a party, there's 4 girls and a gay guy.
Right. So, they're playing some hip hop music.
The hip hops.
Right, and it says the N word in the song, and so all 5 of these people are like singing the song, and then when it gets to that part, they all go quiet, right? Which they're all white, so I was like, that on its own, like respectable, leave it there. No, one of them goes, "Oh my God, I'm so proud that we all didn't say the N word just now. Let's all like." I was like, and everyone's like, "I know, right?" And I was like, "Okay, don't break your arm patting yourself on the back there. It's not that big of a feat, not saying a word." So I hate when people.
Well, it's disingenuous, right?
I hate when people are progressive just because it makes them look good instead of authentically being like considerate.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. It's like you're being a nuisance.
Okay, that is ridiculous.
I'm so proud. I was like,
yes.
Okay. She's like, we just ended racism. I was like, okay. I was like, let's not go that far. Let's not.
She did not say that.
I swear.
We're not racist because I acknowledge that we didn't say the N-word.
Yeah, I was like, good, I guess. Just don't don't say it because you shouldn't say it. Not say it because
move on.
Right.
God, that's stupid. What else? But that's not gender specific. That's just one stupid woman.
That's a good point. Well, this is a gender specific one. I don't like when girls will post their entire life story on social media and then like be confused by the outcome of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and
comments.
I say girls just because that's the only ones I've only ever seen examples of girls doing it. I'm sure guys do it too, but just in my experience, I've only ever seen that. There was this girl, I don't want to name names, but there was this girl who's really trashy, and on her Instagram, she's like, what did she say? She's like, just had a great night with my friend with benefits or whatever. And she's like, no strings attached. We just had some food and then met up in a car and smoked some weed. She was on her social media. And I'm like, what? And then cut to like, I swear to God, like 2 days later, she's like, he broke my heart. I don't know why. I can't be loved and all these. I was like, girl, you're literally like setting the stage for that. You said no strings attached. Like, and you're telling everyone. Why are you surprised that he's not sticking around?
Are you sure she was talking about the same guy?
It was the same guy.
Well, she's confused.
Well, she does that like once every 2 weeks.
She wants love. She's trying to find love.
Then act like it. I just think that's really annoying when people put like.
Nobody wants a needy Betty.
Well,
she
nobody
has to act like no strings.
I
love you.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but nobody cares what problems you have in your life.
That's true.
Like, nobody cares. If you put on Instagram, oh, my mom beats me, my dog is a Nazi, and my dad just drove his motorcycle off. No one cares. Like, your friends maybe, like when you see them in person and you're all sad and you talk about it, like, oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. But when you put on Instagram for your 400 followers, I'm ranting now, for your 400 followers.
Okay. On that, another pet peeve of mine, when someone posts just enough information, but not all the story, like this. Hope my test results come back.
Yeah.
Negative. What are you talking about?
I hate when people will just
pray for me.
Yeah. I hate when people will post stuff even more vague than that, like a turn of phrase, like he shouldn't have done me wrong on Twitter. Who, what, when, where, and why?
Why though?
Yeah. Okay. Just why though?
And so then everyone goes, "What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?" And like after the 9th person, they're like, "PM me." Yeah. Wait, I think I blew your.
No, it's fine.
Volume again.
No, we're fine.
My loud vocal. I hate things like that. I purposely don't ask. It's like if you don't want people to know something,
right?
Don't
say
give
it.
Just enough to get attention.
Right. That's exactly where they do it. I hate when. Oh, I had a really good one just now. Oh, I really hate. I don't know how else to call it, but Beyonce talk.
I don't know what that is.
It's like Yas, queen, slay, bae, spill the tea. That stuff. You know what I'm talking about? I hate it. It's so dumb. I have a dear friend of mine. I'm not gonna out her, but I remember one time she was talking to me and she's like, "Yeah, I'm talking to this guy, but it's super sus." And I'm like, "It's what? Sus." I'm like, what is that? What? Do you have an accent? Sauce? Huh? She's like, suspicious. I'm like, oh my god. How many extra calories did you burn just by adding the suspicious on there?
Yeah, that happens a lot with youth today.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
And now the spill the tea thing, I hate.
Isn't that just gossiping?
Yeah,
Or
basically.
tell me some dirt.
Yeah. And now it's spill the tea with receipts, which means that you have proof to back up the drama.
You know what's even worse?
Oh.
Someone my age talking like that.
Oh, I know.
So I'm going to start doing it now. I'm going to spill some tea with you with receipts.
I do it as like an ironic joke. Like
I'm going to do it for reals.
Please don't.
I'm going to do it right now.
Please don't.
Let's see, what can I string together? I don't know.
Yas, bitch, queen, slay.
Spill the tea with receipts.
Spill the tea with receipts.
You know what
No
I
cap.
hate?
That's another one. No cap. I hate that.
What's that?
No lie. No cap.
No cap. Here's okay, this is something that makes me violent.
Mm.
It's the new way of talking where it's just gravelly and it's like Kim Kardashian. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I don't even know if the mic even picked that up.
When I hear someone speak that way, I want to go, you need to not talk to me.
You know what? I on that note, I hate boring people. I don't think there's an excuse in this world for being boring. And I think it's even worse.
I wonder if we're boring people right now. I wonder if we're boring.
No, we're hilarious.
Okay.
But what I hate more than boring people are boring people who act like they're interesting, like online. And then in person, you can't even, it's like talking to a stale toast. Like
my favorite color is tan.
Yeah. It's like there's so many. I'm gonna say it again. In my experience, a lot of them are young girls. I think the reason why in this case is because there's a societal expectation for girls to have a certain kind of social media presence. Does that make sense? Like you have to have a shtick, and I've noticed that a lot of guys just like kind of post whatever. You know what I mean? Or just post whatever like they think looks good, but girls, there's the societal pressure to have more of a like, there's like to have it just right and like the filter and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen a lot of really
I agree.
guys out there.
Yeah, but it's different than what I'm saying.
Yeah,
douchey guys are. It's always like rushing out the cig, and it's like him with his shirt off from like the crotch level up, and he's got a cigar in his mouth and sunglasses.
You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I hate that.
You did that.
When?
You have a picture of you smoking
and
in a man kimono.
I never posted it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just saw it.
A man kimono. No, that was the vape.
Vape.
Anyways, but what I'm saying here is from the other side of the gender spectrum is these girls who will post like it makes me mad. Okay, here's the thing. I love all music, just about. I have some exceptions, but as far as like genre goes, I'll love most everything in that genre. So, rap, rock, pop, folk, some older country. You know what I'm saying? I do. These girls will be like, just got my record player today, listening to some Joan Baez, and they're wearing one of those black sun hats that are like super flat brim, and then striped pants that are like above their belly button, and like a green shirt that only has 3 buttons on the front, and then like so many bracelets. Okay, I know what you're saying, but you know what's worse than that? I have a high school classmate, white as white can be. She is such a white woman that she is physically white and behaviorally white. And
She loves Bowie. I'm a Bowie fan. Tears, tears, he died. Oh, R.I.P. Bowie.
You don't think it's authentic?
I don't care. I have cognitive dissonance. How can I
But you...
love a musician if you also love that musician, but you are
Oh,
white?
yeah.
I don't
Wait,
want that.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
I don't want that
Wait,
in
what do you
common.
mean if they're white?
Well, like I'm talking about not race, but like
Oh,
white.
personality white.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
Oogie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bowie.
Is there broccoli in this salad?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm with someone like that and they go, "Oh, I love Bowie. Rest in peace,"
There's this girl who I graduated high school with. I've never said her name, but this is probably the third time I've brought her up. On social media, she's this like just this music connoisseur, and she's just a lover of the arts and all these things. I can't have a conversation with her for 2 seconds in real life. She is so boring, and she's like, oh, I miss Bowie. She would make a comment about Bowie. And for people who don't know, me and my mom are David Bowie super fans.
Super fans.
And how often do you think we talk about it?
Never.
Never.
And I don't care if the world knows I'm a fan or not.
Exactly.
It's nobody business.
Exactly. And she's just like, she's like, miss him. And I'm like, you're ruining it. I was like, I don't want to be this guy because I know these people annoy me too. But it's like, name 3 of his songs.
Right. Ugh.
Those people annoy
Let's
me too.
dance. Ow! I just hit my knee. Karma. Oh God. Okay.
Oh my God, you're making a scene.
Sorry. Okay, what's next on there? Because our pet peeves have just taken
Yeah,
over.
we've
Roman.
gotten.
We could do this for days.
Yeah. Let's get some more talking out of you. Talk to me and the listeners about meeting my papa, my father.
Oh, okay.
Because I just want to say, he's such a goober. He's so funny, and he's so like, just kind of strange, but not strange.
Yeah, quirky K.
Quirky K. He and like his facial expressions, his one-liners. He's so witty. He's so funny. So please go tell us about Quirky K.
Well, I was a very shallow 18-year-old. So,
as all 18-year-olds are.
The only thing I liked about him when I first met him was he had a really nice butt and legs.
Because he ran.
Yeah, he had a runner's body, and I was like, nice. That's it. That was my criteria.
Hey, it worked out. I mean, that's how they do it in the animal kingdom.
And he has an identical twin, as you know.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't tell them apart, except that one of the twins talked all the time, and the other one didn't talk hardly at all. So guess which one I liked.
You liked the quiet one.
I liked the quiet one. And he was indifferent to me. Like, there was a party, and he's sitting off in the corner eating pizza. And I'm at the party, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and he goes, "You want some pizza?" Like, I really don't care if you want it or not, but I've got some if you want some. And I was like, okay. So I took a piece of pizza, but in Kevin's mind, he's thinking, this is going well.
He's playing a cash.
And I'm going, I can't tell if that guy wants me dead or wants to ask me out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I liked him because he was quiet.
That's cute. And so...
we talked a lot when we were alone, though.
And so then, didn't you give him an ultimatum at some point?
To marry me?
No. No, like... these kids are so loud.
Yeah.
Didn't he was like not really giving you much as far as interest? And his brother called you?
Yes. Oh yeah. His brother called and said, "You want to go to a movie with Kevin?" And I said, "If Kevin wants to ask me out, he can ask me out. Bye." Boom. Hung up.
Oh.
So about 2 minutes go by. Ring ring. And it was Kevin. "You want to go to the movies?" But to this day, he says, "I didn't ask him to call you. He just did it." And I went, okay.
Do you not believe him?
No, if I say that I don't believe him,
Yeah.
he will spend an hour convincing me.
That's what it is. That's what he does. He can't just let people like disagree.
No, he can't.
As far as like facts go, opinions he's pretty whatever. But like as far as like this happened, He's so funny.
Yeah.
I should get him on, but I don't know how talkative he'd be.
Um,
His on-air presence, I think, would be kind of...
I think you should do like a show with the Gibbon for 30 minutes and then
him.
Quirky K
Right.
for 30 minutes.
I'll just have to wait until Corbin leaves again.
I guess. So one thing I do want to say is that I really, really think you should do the Ravenous Roni video series.
Yeah, I told you I would.
It was so funny. I showed all my coworkers and everyone loved it.
Yeah.
And
I'm already thinking of ideas. I want to do it.
I want to play your mom.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, in one of my classes this year at CWI, I had to make a final video that showed an example of like all of the techniques of shooting video and editing that I learned throughout the semester. And I also make music, and so it's kind of my way of like making fun of that rap, quote unquote rap persona. And it was something I already had music made that I could throw in the video. And I know my mom and my dad are always down to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, we're open that way.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
You should look up Roman Bolin on YouTube, and it will say like Roman Bolin Final Ravenous Roni. Watch it; it's really funny. And I think here on the podcast, I am confirming that I will be making a series.
Yes.
A Ravenous Roni series, based upon that video.
Weird rapper.
Yeah.
And you can integrate your music in it.
Right, that's what's funny about it. And I can
then
make
your
jokes
white
on
trash
it as well.
mom.
Right.
And your crazy neighbor dad.
Right.
Well, he's not your dad in the video.
Right.
He is your crazy neighbor that you put in a wheelchair.
In my homie Jagamuffin.
The Jagamuffin. Yeah.
So
very funny.
We got
Good
some great stuff. Where are we at? I always ask. I need to stop asking so I don't throw out the show. Okay, we got some time left to talk about some stuff. So,
I already have some things I'd like to pitch.
Okay.
That I think are funny for your show.
I think that would not be interesting to anyone listening right now.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just for future.
Yeah. I know. I'm doing what you said.
What?
At the beginning when you were like, "This isn't interesting."
Oh. Okay. What else?
So
you can't be boring. People.
Right.
It's not boring.
Yeah, we're complaining about boring people, and we're already getting boring. So you and me were talking about like kind of the gross stuff that we've eaten.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Or maybe not. It doesn't even have to be gross. Just like weird things. When we were in San Francisco
on a family vacation,
you and me had fish stomach soup.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't bad.
It wasn't anything.
It just tasted like fishy water.
Rice water with a little fish in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fish stomachs were like really tiny. I was like, what is this? This isn't good.
I think we tried to find a really authentic Chinese place.
Yeah.
And China's huge. We just went to the wrong part of China.
I think you mean Chinatown.
No, the country of China is so huge.
Oh, okay.
That I think depending on where you are, they have different types of cooking.
Yeah.
We went to the boring part of that country.
Well, it doesn't help that this is how it is. You're walking through Chinatown in San Francisco, and every 8 feet is an elderly Asian woman going, "Come inside, come inside," and it's like, "Don't go over there!" Like they're talking shit about the one across the street openly.
You get diarrhea, you go there.
Yeah, that's what she said.
We're like, well, okay, I guess I'm not going there.
Yeah. Hey, that's not racist. That's how they sounded.
I'm sure they're making fun of us right now.
I know. I can't. I good thing we don't. Yeah. So, what else have you eaten that's been pretty nasty? You live in Japan, so you must have eaten some nasty.
Oh God. Okay. Raw cuttlefish.
Oh.
And it just squeaked off my teeth, and I gagged and humiliated everybody at the table.
Oh God. Was it rubbery?
Oh God. It was rubbery, and then also tasted kind of like that flavor in your mouth after you vomit.
Oh yeah.
That's what it was for me.
I'll tell you something gross that I ate that put me in bed all damn day today. Put me in bed until 1 o'clock. Last night I was with my friends, and my friend had gone rabbit hunting and had some rabbit meat. He was cooking over the open flame in his backyard. He goes, "Try some of this." I swear I had like like half of a McDonald's chicken nugget sized piece of rabbit meat, and I've been exploding out of both ends today.
You probably have a parasite. You know, it was a
At least don't get skinny. I ate a tapeworm to lose weight.
No, I'm sure it has a parasite in it. He probably went out to the skanky Mountain Home Desert,
That's where he
shot
went.
some
That's where he went.
spooky parasite-ridden rabbit, and
Yeah.
went, here, try some.
I want to tell you another part of the story, but I know it's going to make you upset.
Then don't.
Well, upset not at me, just in the idea.
Oh, that he murders things for fun?
No, not him.
Oh.
Another friend of mine was like, I don't know why, but he wanted the rabbit pelt. And so he was just like cleaning the skin right next to us. It stunk so bad. And he stunk later, even after he took a shower, and he stunk. But it was just like a skinned rabbit. But not the meat, the skin part. So you see its eye holes and its ears, its fluffy, soft ears.
I can't hear you anymore. I've gone hysterically deaf. I can't hear what you're saying. Stop.
Horrendous.
Stop.
It was horrendous.
Then was he going to make a skin suit for himself later and then go out and kill people?
We were making the joke that he was going to wear it as like underwear or some weird shit.
Okay. New topic.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, in Grit, we got through all of our topics today.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to an hour. So, sadly, your debut is over.
Oh.
But this doesn't mean that I can't weasel you back into another episode
Okay.
in the future.
And maybe I can meet your friends and sit at the apartment.
Yeah.
Maybe I would like that.
Maybe you could bring some grub. I don't know.
Maybe I could feed you.
Yeah.
And buy you Miner's beer.
This is not admissible in court.
I said nothing.
She said nothing.
Can't prove it.
Can you? Can't.
Mm-mm.
So, I think, as far as not having my co-host, I think we did pretty damn good.
Yes, I'm sorry your co-host wasn't here
That's all right.
because I'm delightful.
Yeah.
I
You
used
are
to live in
delightful.
Dallas.
Did
so
you? Yeah, I know that. Not a place that you really liked, was it?
I didn't mind it.
Okay. So that does it for episode 8. I want to thank my mom for coming on today to talk with us about her life and my life and just random things.
And just life.
I think it's been very informative. She's aged 54 years now?
I am 54
Because
now.
you said your birthday, 54 years, and so now she's shared her wisdom with us all, and I want to thank her for that coming on.
Thank you.
I'd love to have you on again sometime. This went well, I think, despite interruptions and maybe some
Natural bossy tendencies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have those. It's okay. I can roll with it.
I was talking about you, so that's awkward.
Oh,
Me?
oh me. Well, I apologize.
Oh God. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Room202 Podcast. I'm trying to post on Twitter more, but I don't really get Twitter that much. I don't understand it, so I'm trying to learn it and be someone my own age. And then I just realized that I've been telling you guys the wrong format for email. So if you have any questions or inquiries, email us at room202pc@gmail.com. That's room202pc@gmail.com. So for episode 8 with Ingrid Bolin, that does it. Thank you all. Tune in next week when we record whatever and whoever it is. All right. Say goodbye, Mom.
Goodbye.
When you're bored and have nothing to do, come on.